Hey everybody, I'm Tsunpaper, and today we're gonna look at the Secret of Mana HD Remake. We're gonna go ahead and review this game. It's gonna be a real fun time. We're gonna review it just like everyone else reviewed it. Isn't that great? I'm sure you'll enjoy it and have the bestest of time watching me review this. Hello, I'm Tsunpaper and welcome to Remake Mistakes. Today's subject is the Secret of Mana HD Remake. People have had some pretty interesting opinions on this game. They either say it's good or bad. Hey, just like every game. But you know what? We're gonna go ahead and take a deeper look at it. That's right, a deeper look at its mistakes. Why its mistakes? Because everybody likes pointing out everybody's mistakes. Isn't that how the world works? I don't know. But it seems that way to me! So we're gonna go ahead and do that. First and foremost, you gotta know some history in order to know about this game. I mean, hey, I may not be your school teacher, but you know what? I can do a good job too. I have a degree. I'm not going to tell you what the degree is in, but I have a degree. Trust me. First and foremost, Secret of Mana is part of a game series called Second Detsuna in Japan, which is the Mana series. And Secret of Mana is actually the sequel to a game, the first game in the series, being called Final Fantasy Adventure in the West, which was released on the Game Boy. That's right, you heard me. It's on the Game Boy. Look at its Game Boy glory. But putting that aside, we're going to take a deeper look at this game. You want to know why? It's simple, because it actually got a remake a few years ago, and this game was called Adventures of Mana. Hey, maybe people won't be confused now, realizing that Secret of Mana and Adventures of Mana are in the same series. Yay, Final Fantasy Adventure was a bad name anyways, even though it does have a lot of Final Fantasy elements in the game. So let's take a few things into consideration. We won't be using this game much for this video, but there are some things to note. A. Look at the cutscenes. Look at the cutscenes of Adventure of Mana. Look at the cutscenes for Secret of Mana. Notice anything? Oh, would you look at that? They look almost the same. Gee, I wonder why. That's because it's the same people. It's like the same game engine almost. I mean, look at the graphics. They're almost identical. Well, I mean, one version's a cheapified version of the other, but putting that aside, yeah, that's right. So everybody's weirded out by the fact that this game doesn't have any mouth movement with the voice-acted cutscenes. But you know what? This one has the same problem. The only difference is that there's no voice acting. So, what does that mean for all of you people? Quite honestly, this works. And the reason why it works is because there's no voice acting in it. I mean, look at the original game. Was there voice acting in there? No. Your character went up to NPCs, talked to them, you saw cutscenes, you knew who was talking, and that was the end of it. You didn't have to worry about voice acting back then. Mainly because the games couldn't really support it. And besides, it gets kind of annoying when every single dialogue option is voice acted. I mean, at least it is to me, but I don't know about the rest of you. And yeah, I know. You can actually turn off the voiceover in the remake, but there's only one problem with that. For those really intense cutscenes where you see faces really up close, it doesn't work. It's like then you have no idea who's talking sometimes, because they don't mention with the subtitles who's actually talking. That's a problem. A huge problem. So nevertheless, you have to have the voice acting on. But again, just remember, the reason why the mouths don't move is because of this game. It's an artistic choice where they rushed the game. What's the difference between the two reasons? I'll never know. Next mistake. No. A remake is supposed to capture the soul of the original game, but add improvements. And this game does not add improvements by any means. It is just the original game with updated graphics. If you can call them updated, that is. Just look at this here. This menu. Everybody hates this menu. I don't like this menu. It's really confusing. They could have made this so much easier, but they didn't. They left it just as junky as it was before. This is super confusing. Oh look, a game log. I mean seriously, look at the menu in Final Fantasy on the NES. This is way more user-intuitive than this game's. And you have multiple characters in that one, so what's the difference? Why couldn't they have made it so simple? It's the same company, for crying out loud. Now I know it's not the same team who made the games, unless they are. If you are, then I am severely disappointed. But you get the idea. It's like they could have done better. They're Square Enix. They can do anything. They can make great games like this and like this. You know, they can do that. But for this, who knows what they're thinking? Next mistake. The bad AI-controlled companions. There is no easy way of saying that. We'll just call them the AI friends. Yeah, I like the sound of that. Look at this. Your AI friends here control so horribly. I cannot tell you how many times I have failed my conquests because they're so stupid. Hey, you there, fight with me, please. I said fight. You're not fighting. Why are you not fighting? Fight! Ugh. I mean, come on. I'm stuck with these two helpless idiots? At least they could have added some online co-op so that you wouldn't be by yourself. Or how about make the AI better? The enemy AI certainly knows what it's doing. Why can't your companions know what they're doing? It's stupid. This is inexcusable. They should have fixed this by now. In fact, it's even worse than the original game. Here's some footage of the original game. Wow, look at the AIs. They're actually fighting. Here they just stand around. And they fight whenever they feel like it. No matter what setting you put them on. It almost seems as if it doesn't matter what setting you put them on because they don't do anything. It's so infuriating. Ah! Now for the biggest and greatest mistake they could have possibly made in this remake. Drum roll, please. And it is the fact that this game is almost identical to the original. I mean, come on. When you're gonna make a 3D remake of a game, make it like a full 3D remake. This could have been from a third-person view instead of a bird's-eye view. You could have changed up the battle system a little bit, kept the game at its core, add high-quality cutscenes to this, up the graphics and everything. This would have been an even more amazing game to go through, while still holding the heart of the original game. And yet, that's not what they did. It was basically the same game, again, with nothing really new added onto it. There is practically no reason to play this version over the original. I mean, yeah, they did some things to make it easier, because the difficulty issue in the last one was harder. I mean, sure, they give you an autosave function. That's really helpful when you die in the dungeons, but if the AI friends controlled better, that wouldn't be necessary, now would it? For the new stuff that is available to you in this game, which really isn't much, it really isn't worth playing this over the original. I mean, priced at $40 is a bit much. Quite honestly, with the quality of this, the highest price I would offer this would be $20. Not even $15. To me, it feels like it's a $10 game, because it's practically the same as the original, and if the West had access to the Virtual Console version of this game, it would probably be something around like $8. Not even 10. Pretty much, this game is just not worth playing on the new version unless you have no way or access to anything else. Honestly, wait for a price drop. Otherwise, play the original, you're really not missing out. But in all, if you really want to play this new version, go ahead. There isn't anything horribly wrong with it. Just know it's practically the same as the original. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but again, it's more of... the disappointment comes from more of not what this game is, but what it could have been. I'm Tsunpaper, and you just watched Remake Mistakes. It's me, Tsunpaper. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, be sure to leave a like on the video. And subscribe while you're at it to see more content. Leave a comment, tell me your thoughts about this game. It'll be a blast to hear what you guys think. And be sure to share the video as well with others you think would enjoy it. That's it for me, so see you all next time.